Hello guys, this time I'm without my hat. I'm intentionally without my hat because I washed it. It will be ready tomorrow. I washed my hat, so just in case you're thinking that, well, it is kinda intentional it can be. So uh, got to say that this hat might be not around, and I'm gonna break down the fight. Cage Warriors, 137 card. Gonna break it down. Can't be too much this week live as I'm really having a lot of obligations, so let me kick right off the bat. I'm first gonna go with the bout between Jack the Dames and Omran Chaban. Jack the Dames is 1-0, Omran Chaban is 2-1-0. I must check the odds. The Dames is plus 260 as expected. Let me see. The Dames holds a professional victory over Craig Allen. Okay, I didn't watch this. Raged MMA. Record ineligible record. Omran the Lebanese Gorilla Chaban. He is fighting out of Finland, Team KF Martial Arts. Lost to Joanna Rasti. Defeated Tomasz Wojtyna. Defeated Ker Khalifa Shuhan. Yeah, he is a better finisher with better cardio. Gonna go with Omran Chaban. Omran Chaban to win for Ramon to win for minus 350. He's got a lot more experience. Under his belt, so yeah, that's gonna be him. Now my next prediction is for the fight between Shoaib Youssef and Michal Foltz. Michal Foltz is fighting out of Poland. Shoaib Youssef is fighting out the United Kingdom. This is 150-pound fight, so this is a catch weight. Just to know, this is a catch weight, so probably because it's a short notice. Shoaib, the assassin Youssef, 830, 5'8", fighting out of Lancashire, England. This guy fought at Brave CF, where he was better than Hassan Talal and Steven Goncalves. Lost to Mohamed Machaev via decision, very great ground game. He proved it at ACB. Unfortunately, he lost to Jordan Vucenic, which was a bit of a surprise for me. I was thinking he was gonna win, but Vucenic is very tough, and we've seen his great submission game. Now he's gonna meet Michal Dennis Foltz, 6'4", 5'9", out of Elbląg, Poland, Mighty Bulls Gdynia. Mighty Bulls Gdynia fighter, 2 wins, and current score, he lost to Michal Domin and Piotr Kacprzak, and he was better than Fawad Fagiri, Senel Yazici, Jacek Wojnicki. I think this is the greatest challenge of his career. Let me check the odds. Youssef is the favorite. Shoaib Youssef to win for minus 400. I'm backing this up, really much backing this up with the predictions. And now we're gonna advance into the next fight of this card. This is going to be the fight between Taneo Pagariccio and Benoit Blanc. Taneo Pagliariccio is 7'2", Askugnis is 5'7", 5'8" fighter fighting out of SBG Ireland. This guy was better than Silvano Pais, lost to Michelangelo Poli, so he is 2-2. At Cage Warriors fought once, lost to Item de Paepe via decision. Now he scored an Venator victory over Marco Manovali. From what I've seen, this is a pretty much tactical fighter with great submission game. Now, Benoit Blanc, 4-1-0, 5'7", fighting out of France. He scored back-to-back victories over Smail Atab, Damien Piguera, Sami Yahya, also against Usemi Mali via Nibar. I believe this fight might go all the way. Both of these guys are very well versed in submissions. So, hey Niall, how are you? I didn't bet this week, no UFC, betting next week. How's everything doing, man? Tania Pagliariccio. Fight starts around 3. Side pick. Benoit Blanc. 4 plus 220. Yeah, no UFC this week, and I'm gonna follow Cage Warriors. No, not betting when there is no UFC. This weekend, no. Yeah, they're getting back next weekend, so a bit of rest. But yeah, I'm sad because there is no UFC. Arnold Kirfalla is going to meet Adam Cohen. Arnold Kirfalla is riding on a score of 5-0 and 5'11" lightweight fighter out of Edge Academy. This guy lost to Magomed Magomedov, Yassim Belhaj, but he was better than Patrick Piatila, Vaha Shankhoev via guillotine choke, Jonathan Ramon, Fabian Bully. Guillotine choke is his favorite move. Very strong fighter. Adam Cohen, 400, 24 years of age, 6'0", out of next generation MMA Liverpool. He destroyed El Hadji and DI, Michael Bayram, Josh Plant, Oscar Onsford. He is also a great submission specialist, but I think Adam Cullen might actually pull this out. I watched the guy. I think Adam Cullen should be heavy favorite. True. No, Bellator. No. As much as I know, no Bellator this weekend. Haven't seen the event coming up. Yeah, at least Davis versus Romero. That's one and only great bouts we're gonna see this weekend, unfortunately. One and only great bout, so I know how it looks, but only Davis and yeah. Now we reached the main event, the co-main event of the evening. Bogdan Barbu is going to meet Dan Duis. Bogdan Barbu is 17-12-0 and 5'7", 68 inches of reach, fighting out of Pitești, Romania. The guy fought at KSW, where he lost to Pavel Politillo, lost to Sebastian Przibic, but every single time he was fighting at high-level promotion, he was having a hard time, So I've got to say, from what I've seen, this guy is ready for a local scene. But if we're gonna talk about the global scene, Bogdan Barbu might be having a very hard time, and he's not in his prime anymore. Then he's gonna meet Dan Duis, 7-1-0, bantamweight fighter out of Netherlands. And interestingly, he's coming out of Netherlands, but he's a submission specialist. So Dan Duis is a heavy favorite. I don't like that, but I actually don't like this. I'll be honest with you, lads. I don't like the fact that he is the beefy, he is the big favorite, but there it is. Let's go Bonner and Cullen. I've got the same picks, man. I've got the same picks. Let's say Duis to win for minus 550. The main event of the evening. Matthew Bonner again fights at catchweight. That guy is ready to fight anybody anytime. Way to go for bravery, man. Matthew the Beast Bonner 11-7-1. This is a catchweight, of course. Matthew Bonner is accepting the fight on a short notice, as expected. 6'2", fighting out of England, next generation, MMA Liverpool. He lost to Jati Milan due to his superior wrestling, but bounced back against Hugo Pereira. He was better than James Webb, Matt Inman, Matthias Frederick, George Smith. Lost to Jamie Richardson, Madars Flemines, Mark Madsen. But the guy is now ready. I mean, he is ready for great successes. And I do think Kouadja is a fight he really needs. 7'8" welterweight fighter out of France. The guy competed at 100% fight. I don't know much about this promotion, but I see he is a quick finisher, so he would need a miracle. He would need a super quick finish against Matthew Bonner. which is hard, which is very hard to happen considering the fact that Matthew Bonner is one of the toughest guys that have ever participated in this competition. I doubt he will be able to knock Matthew Bonner out. Matthew Bonner is a guy who never gives up, so I think Bonner should be a heavy favorite. He is, yes. Minus 650 Bonner to win. June 11th, we're ready for war. Ganifani will be mobbed. Oh man, Drew is fighting very, very much often. This inspires me, man. I'm very glad that he is willing to fight every month. That's awesome. That is really, really awesome. I'm glad because of that. Okay, just to add this. All right. So how are preps going, Otis? My most confident picks, Bonner and Cohen. How are preps going, man? How's everything going? I mean, you told about the upcoming opponent, which makes me pretty much happy. How are the preps going? I'm training wrestling. I'm learning cage wrestling. Today I learned how should a cage wrestling guard look like, and that's something that how to say, that's something that's very hard to learn, honestly. I'm really glad that everything is going well, man. Really glad that everything is going well. I've got 11.8k subs right now, which is also a great success. Yeah, 11.8k. So I've just seen that I've got 11.8k. I haven't noticed that. Wasn't much active on social media, but yeah, wasn't much active. Needed to record some stuff. Probably gonna focus this week on CJ and his potential activity. When we're already talking that, I need to focus on his fights. I really need to get more of it with CJ. That's something people are definitely going to like. Carl, CJ Johnson. Ugh, man. Carl CJ Johnson. Yeah, I'm gonna focus more on Carl CJ Johnson in the upcoming days, just to tell you. Plan to record a few of his fights, and this is kind of my schedule for the upcoming week. I do have some Demolition Magician fights of Carl CJ Johnson. Even some of them went the distance. I'm not gonna throw you. None of them went the distance. Only one victory, and needless to say that Carl C.J. Johnson, according to my mind, well, that is a fighter. That is a fighter who deserves a lot of respect here. Just to know. So I'm actually I'm actually a big fan of Carl C.J. Johnson because of numerous reasons. The first of reasons, the first of reasons is the fact that Carl C.J. Johnson is really a lovely fighter to go and you know. I've always enjoyed reviving my memories throughout video games. Since I was a kid, I used to enjoy a lot with these kind of things. And nowadays, when I remember those lovely days, I'm just saying to myself, lad, this is Carl C.J. Johnson. This is, you know, all those memories, so much nostalgia. And nostalgia is eating me alive, man. Can't lie to you. I feel a lot of nostalgia when I open when I open these old videos. When I see When I see what was I recording throughout the days, it really reminds me of good old days when everything was awesome, when we were not thinking the way we think right now. And got to say that these were days when everything was allowed. And me in the first place, I used to be a guy who didn't care much for his future, and now I'm pretty much focused on my dream, focused on Cage Warriors. I'm focused also on UFC run, and I'm planning to become a great combat sports journalist. Just recently started writing for another article, for another website, sorry, not for another website. Started writing for another outlet, so I will try to grind it out and to to be better with my career. So I think this thing I think this thing is promising. And today just to say to everybody that I was given a shout out by the most popular Balkan Peninsula MMA fighter Vasu the Psycho Bakočević again. He announced my my soccer kicks and one of the combos that I've posted on my social media. So big shout out to Vasu the Psycho Bakočević. I know we are not. I know he's not getting enough of the attention in the social circuits, but he needs more recognition. I really say the guy needs more recognition, and I'm extremely grateful to my coach. Extremely grateful to my coach Itsko because of everything he did and because of all the aspects of the game that he improved with me. Now I made a lot of significant improvements because now I do I do know wrestling. I do know how wrestling works, and I'm pretty much I'm pretty much more focused on my career, and I'm pretty much more focused on my personal stuff and my personal things that I wanna chase my personal dreams way more. So that's something that gives me wings here, and maybe one day I will do something. But whole life is a battle, a never-ending battle, and this is a never-ending battle that will never stop. So I'm thinking that no matter what you do, never quit fighting, lads. Because if you quit fighting, you lost the battle, and you don't want to lose the battle, lads. Believe me. For example, every single time when I was thinking the battle was lost, it wasn't lost. Everything was the way it should have been. I mean, sometimes you have to suffer for the greater good, and maybe we are not the greatest fans of it, but that's how things are. That's really how things are because these Cage Warriors, for example, we got two back-to-back events. I'm not going to cover KSW as well as you know, but I plan to cover. I don't plan to cover KSW, but I plan to cover, for example, some pretty much greater promotion. I have UFC on Fight Pass, so Cage Warriors is looking great this weekend. Am I looking forward to it? Oh yeah, I am, man. I'm pretty much looking forward to it, and for me, Cage Warriors is the revelation of a dream. I do think that Cage Warriors fights are a great way for fighters to advance into the most powerful MMA promotion of the world. And if you ask me, which is my favorite promotion nowadays, of course it is UFC. Now we got Bellator, of course we got Rising, we got ONE FC, but Cage Warriors is top five. Cage Warriors is a member of top five for many reasons, and one of the reasons for Cage Warriors being the member of the top five is the fact that Cage Warriors gives us the chance to look realistically into the English fighters and to see how dangerous English fighters can actually be. Many Cage Warriors, champions and double champions, were having a good run in the UFC. They were showing and scoring good results, which kind of impressed me because when I think a bit about it, all I have to say is the fact that these guys these guys were pretty much successful at Cage Warriors, and they just continued their growth upon arrival into the United States of America, upon the arrival into their home states. And if you ask me, Cage Warriors has always been a great path, has always been a great way to go. And I've always been impressed with how Cage Warriors was developing as the time was going by. I do see Cage Warriors as a very, very much elite promotion and very much underestimated. I plan to continue recording predictions for every single upcoming event, but I got a lot of traction in the previous days, which helps me feel better, which helps me look like a better person, and yeah, I'm pretty much looking forward to everything that pretty much looking forward to everything that is going to happen here. Me, I'm pretty much going to push myself over the limits because I'm not a quitter. I mean, you know me, I'm not a quitter, and I'm always a guy who fights until the last dying breath. So, believe me, lads, if there is one thing if there is one thing that inspires me in my life, it's my lovely fans, it's my lovely lads, it's my lovely people that are making this life better. So I'm thankful to all of you. I'm really, really grateful to all of you for everything you've given to me and for every single piece of attention that you gave me, because it's very hard to grow when you're surrounded by people who hate you, when you're surrounded by people who don't understand you. And when you're a black sheep, literally wherever you appear, it's so hard to grow. And my growing up has never been easy, but I've learned many things. I've learned the truth. I've learned that I will only have the chance if I fight until the last dying breath. And that's something that I was learned. That's something that I was learned by the same people who taught me to never give up. And when I got to know this community, I've seen that there are many high-level people who are unable to connect to other people, who are unable to work on their talents, to showcase their skills, and to become famous. Like, it was the same case with me when I become famous. When I become famous, for example, today, when I'm getting mentioned in all those stories that you see, it's okay to me, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying to myself, man, you just need to be different. I mean, everything is awesome, everything looks outstanding, but you need to stay on the ground. If you stay on the ground, that's definitively If you're grounded, that's definitively going to be better for you because being grounded, staying on the ground, it means that you're never gonna fly too high, and when you don't fly too high, you can't go down because nothing changes, man. Sick of UFC 2 bad cards in a row, then a week off and another terrible card. Yes, I know now. I understand it, man. I know, but sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes prelims are. Sometimes we have situations where prelims are better than, for example, than main cards, and there is the fact that really, I'm just saying about my experience, like prelims. Sometimes I prefer prelims over main cards for a specific reason. In main cards, you usually have experts of technical and tactical game plan, but in preliminary cards, you have two kiddos, for example, that are thrown to the wolves, that are fighting to become the best, that chase UFC dream, and that's something I can't ignore, you know. That's really something I can't ignore because when somebody wants to prove himself, he will throw everything he has. The fight is gonna be better, and if you've noticed, the majority of fights from preliminary cards are getting fight of the night awards or submission of the night awards, knockout of the night awards. There are many fighters who wanna fight until the last time breath and who wanna showcase the crowd, who wanna show their best skills to the crowd, and I'm really enjoying this, you know. When there is a preliminary card, you can say, okay, maybe these are bad fighters when it comes to names, but let's look on the bright side. Maybe these anonymous guys are going to teach us a lesson. Maybe these anonymous guys are going to show us some highly entertaining bouts. Maybe their skills are better than the skills of the highly trained athletes because when two extremely well trained athletes fight toe to toe, these bouts sometimes last and sometimes they turn into a technical war. But in preliminary card, the situation is kind of different, as we do have different points of view, and we do have some situations where, for example, the physical level of preparation might play the important role. So it really depends. But if you ask me, yeah, I prefer preliminary cards from time to time because in preliminary cards, sometimes you can really enjoy. And me, I really want to see another high level preliminary card. I really want to see another high level preliminary card. It is terrible on the paper, but who knows? Maybe we're going to see something special in the upcoming week. I'm not going to be much more alive because I do have some obligations. So I will try to do some recordings and I will try to take a look what's gonna be next. Hope to record CJ's video. Hope to record CJ's video, another CJ's video tomorrow or tonight. Depends on my level of fatigue, but tomorrow I'm going to announce Cage Warriors 138. I should cover these Cage Warriors events. I mean, I have UFC on Fight Pass. They are on TV. So I hope I'm gonna go live. But yeah, nothing much intriguing the upcoming weekend. We didn't see much of the intriguing bouts, and yeah. I mean, thank you all for the attention. Thank you all for the great level of enjoyment, and you are awesome. I just need to say that you are awesome. I love you all, and catch you later. Definitely catch you later. Night, everyone. And I really enjoyed hanging around with the boys. This was one, always a great way to end your day. Just to know, to announce that I've got a new job as a ghostwriter for another website, and we'll see. We'll see how is that gonna play out. I hope they're gonna hold me. So have a great day, everyone. Night, and catch you tomorrow.